Daily sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State at Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Jacksonville. Oh, a heck of a move. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And we've seen the flashes throughout his 4 years in the league, but he's coming off an injury-riddled season where he only played 10 games. Has to eliminate the costly turnovers at 52 in 4 seasons, and he's hoping the new coach Liam Cohen can unlock his untapped potential, and it has to happen right now.
Thomas, the man in motion left.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Now Lawrence. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from C.J. Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his 3rd division championship in as many years.
Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And it's complete to Dell.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead He definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 25-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mixing up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Here's Stroud.
Forced out to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Mixon. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Stroud looking to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
C.J. Stroud.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was C.J. Stroud who finished off that drive with a touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
ETN up the middle.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
In motion right here, Hunter.
Out of the gun. It's Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice game for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
The former first-round pick, Eric Armstead, the one who got in there to make that play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space, A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Stroud. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Stroud out of the gun here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Lawrence.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a Jackson.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did, and they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down at the 32-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college, because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Here's a diving catch right side. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Here's Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne.
An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Etienne is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Now Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brenton Strange
From 3 yards out.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together.
And Stroud now to throw.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Texans, first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mixon will try the right side. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Quick slant caught by Kirk.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Stroud. And
this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw there to Strange. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Lawrence on the sneak. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Lawrence will throw. A short throw there to Strange. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43.
The Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A give running right, ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. ETN once more. Nifty move. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Lawrence. That's caught by Munn. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Danielle Hunter
A 7-yard
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And here comes the Texans now. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Here's Stroud. Another one caught by Collins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Stroud to throw it. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Halftime coming
All right,
up.
Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
And that coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Stroud.
They'll set up the screen here and mix it. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Stroud. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12. First down, Houston.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon.
And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 42 yards. And the Texans have retaken a third-quarter lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that makes it 14-10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead to give up the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 49. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw out wide is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Texans offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown the last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Stroud working out of the gun. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Stroud sets up the play action. They'll let this go deep for Collins. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards.
And the Texans first down.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown, but he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Stroud. On a slant, here's Collins. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And Stroud now to throw. This one left side caught by Collins. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, Stroud. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
looking to put a drive together. Now Lawrence to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Thomas. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the 38-yard line.
Here's a give to ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Here comes Berrios. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense had C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Stroud out of the gun here. Got his man, Dell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Back to throw. Stroud. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Making the play to force 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well,
I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Henry To'o there on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Lawrence will throw. That's to the left side, taken in by Hunter. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
In motion is Washington. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Texans.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Play action. Stroud now. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Mixon with a first down carry.
A hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
10 more there and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. It'll be a gain of 5. And now third down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This to make it a 2-score game. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
That's good.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing now, Lawrence. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunter. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Buying time, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Jaguars 17.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
Trade your outfit.